Good evening, everyone, and this is Vegas, and I wanted to actually do a video on Cheddar Flow because, as you guys know, I really love trading options, and you know what? I'm so happy that I actually found this fabulous platform called Cheddar Flow. So if you ever want to check it out, there is a website. It's www.cheddarflow.com. You actually can also get a free trial, and I'll give you all the details later in this video. So for now, I'm just going to actually log in. So assuming you had a trial account, you would be logging in to Cheddar. And I will say Cheddar throughout the video just to keep it simple. So once you log in, you will actually see this actual screen here. And you'll basically see, I'm just right here at the top, you're going to see the flow sentiment, the put sentiment, the call flow, and the put to flow sentiment. So right away, this is giving you some real-time data in the market, and I can just filter through here up and down. And if I want to see more, I mean, the market's closed, so it's not going to show me pages and pages. But, you know, during the day when the market's open, you can actually see page after page after page of data. And one of the things I just want to first go over before I get into the details of what all these things mean here, I do want to go over here these columns here to the right. So we have a section here called opening, and if I click on that, it'll show some data. And what you're going to see here is this will show you here the size of contracts that are greater than the open interest. So we're basically going to assume that whatever data is showing in here, these are contracts that have actually been bought, okay? Then we're going to have a section here called 1 million plus, and these are orders that are over $1 million in premium. Now you'll notice a couple interesting ones I did notice today. We saw GILD had a very interesting $55 strike. And several orders in here for over $2 million, so $2.2 million each. And also another interesting one called EFA, and two different expiry dates, and 1.9 million for one order, and then 1.4. So again, these are just orders that are over $1 million in premium. So if you ever want to just know what are the orders that have come through for the day that are over $1 million, you would just simply click on the 1 million plus tab, and you'll have your list right at your fingertips. The next section here is called unusual. And when I click on here, you will see orders with volume and or trade size that is actually greater than the open interest. These types of orders have also implied volatility that is also increasing. So you can actually go here by ticker. If I want to sort, I can just click on tick, and it'll actually sort it for me alphabetically, which I actually love because you don't have to sort through anything. If I really want to get a quick glimpse of all the tickers that start with the letter A, I can just take a quick snapshot right here and it'll sort it out for me beautifully. The next one we're going to look at here is the highly unusual ones. Again, these are just similar to the unusual, but these are highly unusual. And you could take a look at these ones. Again, just the size, you've got to look at the size of these particular position sizes and the number of contracts. And the ones in red are obviously puts, the ones in green are obviously calls. Then we're going to look at contracts that are weekly. And, you know, weeklies, a lot of people love trading weeklies. A lot of people can't stand it and will actually stay away. Some people would trade it from a lotto perspective, depending on your actually trading strategy. But if you're looking for something for a weekly contract, you would come here to the weeklies, and you'll actually see contracts in here. Listed, I have it here by alphabetical, but I'll just take that off for a sec. And it's actually just going to show me contracts that are weekly, which are just listed basically on when these actually came through. The next one we have here are, love this feature here. This one here is for the ones that are $50 or less per contract. So if you actually don't like to trade contracts that are super expensive and you're only looking to invest money in options that are actually $50 or less, you're going to love this feature. You will just click on 50 and you will see I'll list them all here for you. All the ones that came throughout the day that are under $50. So this is really great if especially if you're starting out in options. Sometimes you may want to look at this category specifically. Then we're going to look here at the section called sweeps. And these orders in here actually signal some momentum and some urgency for the trade. So you can also sort these out as well by ticker, or, you know, it just comes here in the order of sometimes the time of day. But let me just sort this out here. So I can go here, sort it out, you know, sort it for me by the time, and I can go to look at the ticker, the expiry date, the strike, the size, the premium paid, and what exactly is happening. Also shows me the open interest and the volume. So that's pretty good. Okay, so moving right along here, we also have another tab. Let's see here, the tech tab. Let's see here. I've never really used the tech tab at this point. Maybe it's a one for future. Oh, no, it's in here. So these are all stocks that are in the technology sector. That's a cool feature. I've actually never used it, so I'm going to definitely start using that. And then we have here the $200,000 tab. Again, these are all orders that are $200,000 in premium and above. And the reason that I really like this one too is you don't always need to go look at the ones that have $1 million trade. I mean, I think definitely anything that's $200,000 in premium or more is definitely something that you should also be looking at if you're looking at money flow and trading these options. So let's now continue along here, and let's take a look at the options order flow. So I'm currently on this page here with the 4 little squares, what's called the option order flow. And as you can see here, it is sorted out by time and the ticker, and then the expiry date, the strike price. If I actually want to access the stock to see the chart, to see how is this actual ticker performing throughout the day, or maybe I want to see how is it performing for the year. To view these details simply at your fingertips, another great feature from Cheddar is you just go to these 3 dots here, and if I click that, I will be able to look at the chart analysis. And what it's going to do here is it's going to suddenly just populate me a chart. So this is nice right here built into the platform, and I can take a look at this chart in real time and see what's going on. You can also get some really granular order flow data as well. You can actually see if the order was placed above the ask. You can also check the delta values and even the sector information. And this is listed here all on this page. The other thing too is you can look at the 7-day flow. So again, I just want to show you here the granular details, because remember, we talked about that just now. So if you click on here, the order details, so I'm clicking right now on the QQQ, I can get the actually specific details and, you know, deep dive a little more further here, and then decide, you know, I can look at the theta, I can look at the delta. Okay, so I can, you know, do that if I have the time, or you want to take the time to definitely go in here before you take a trade. The other thing too, on these 3 dots, you can look at the 7-day flow. So on the 7-day flow, it's going to give you actually a 7-day historical flow of any order that has directly come through the dashboard. So no more manually setting things up. You can just get this really quick at your fingertips. So if you ever, you know, if you want to look at something, oh, did I miss any, you know, option trades in the last 7 days? You just click those 3 dots and you can see, but only specifically for that ticker that you are looking at. So this is, again, another great feature from Cheddar. Okay, so now I want to review with you guys also the colors that are highlighted throughout the order flows. So we're going to actually go to the 1 million tab, because I seem to see a lot more colors in here. So if you actually look at anything that's highlighted in orange, okay, so you can see that there's an orange, you know, little bar here. So if you see it highlighted in orange, it's simply massive $1 million and over option orders that really need to be paid attention to. So again, these are just things you just need to pay attention to. If I go to, let's say, all of them, let me go to all. I want to see if I can show you guys anything that's unusual or highly unusual. So if you see anything in blue, okay, these are very aggressive orders. And these have actually very large size. The other thing too with these ones, that they expire really soon and are far out of the money. I mean, look, they have the SPY here at 320, and they also have the IWM also at 160. So, I mean, these ones are sometimes very far from the money, and it is a very good indicator to, you know, similar to unusual orders. This is a really good indicator, these ones in blue, to help you understand if it's more of a pure bullish or bearish bet. So take advantage of these colors. And by the way, blue is my favorite color. So another really nice feature that I really like with Cheddar, I really like the fact that I can actually reorder the columns however I want. So if I'm really looking for, I don't really care about the size. I want to look at premium. I want to look at, you know, the price they paid. I want to, you know, I just want to know the open interest. Maybe I'm interested in knowing that as well. And I like to look at my dashboard in this order, for example. Then I can actually move these however I want, okay? And the only thing is that at this time, it does not save this type of setting. So you'll have to actually reset it each day. And maybe that could be a feature that Cheddar will work on improving going forward. But for now, I still love the fact that you have the flexibility to drag over the order of how you wish to view your dashboard. So now I want to review with you guys the type of option contracts here. So again, the greens are calls, the reds are puts, but the type, so you'll notice that we have a sweep, and sometimes we see a sweep / split, or we see block trade. So I want to explain to you what is a sweeper and a split, okay? So sweep orders are signal the momentum and urgency by the way of intelligent market routing systems, typically broken into very small orders that basically hit various and multiple exchanges, that is used by the smart money to actually stay what you would classify as under the radar. So they really don't want you knowing that they're buying, let's say, I don't know, let's just say, for example, 10,000 contracts. They kind of want to put little orders, you know, 2,000, 5,000, 1,000, 500, and they want to kind of stay under the radar. So this is a really good indicator that a trader wants to get into a position as fast as possible, because they might know something that may affect the underlying stock's share price the very next day or in the near future. So sometimes that's why you'll see a sweep. Also, split orders also work the same way, but the difference is that those are filled on a single exchange system. So I hope that helps you better understand the difference between a sweep and a split. The other thing too is we're going to talk about the blocks. Option block orders usually will signal a massive size purchase used by institutional investors and traders with very deep pockets. And these are negotiated privately from the public market, meaning that you will not actually see individual retail investors like us buying these up. So if we look at the block trades, you'll see a lot of times there's a lot of different sizes going on, but block trades are very different, and I think they're ones to watch as well. The other thing too that I want to review with you, I just wanted to review with you guys also just a few fundamentals to really understand, and this is really, really important. You know, don't always assume that large orders that come through the system are foolproof trades and that you should just jump and take them. You know, we don't always know what the intentions are behind these orders. More than likely, sometimes traders are actually hedging against their overall exposure to the market, so always keep that in mind. The other thing too is that smart money likes to come sometimes into weakness, and when retail trades are selling, these guys are coming in and buying. So definitely utilize your charts and spot equities that are breaking down. Look at the historical flow and see if there were any key purchases that have been made in the past. The other thing too is look for new names catching money flow. Smart money will start buying into these new names for a number of reasons, but always check the historical data and definitely keep an eye on it. You know, options money flow can be used as a strategic tool in your trading, but you have to also have, you know, some experience with it to really fully appreciate the power that comes with it. You know, if you're new to this, I think the best thing is definitely to sit back and just watch what's happening, and definitely get familiar with the fundamentals. If you're interested at any time, you're welcome to also visit my website, and you can check out and see if you want to come by for a trial. But in the meantime, if you definitely want to try Cheddar's free trial, definitely I highly recommend it. You can visit their website, cheddarflow.com. You won't regret it. Give it a try. There's nothing to lose. It's free, and ready to go and go with the flow, as they say. Cheddar's the flow. Love you guys. Have a great evening and talk to you soon.